feel like a large problem with momentum in stopping global climate change is that to lots of people it feels abstract, that we don't actually feel it here. So what kind of advocacy do you think would work to actually energize people into taking this as something that's happening to them and make changes?
I think that's a huge problem too, and I think about that all the time. I mean, maybe something just on the top of my head, like for instance, the climate's been kind of weird here lately, and people aren't necessarily associating that with climate change. And again, we don't know that it was climate change that's causing it, but thinking about it's about how people think of things. Another thing that I can't help but think about is rising gas prices right now. And while the rising gas prices isn't caused by global warming, it's the kind of thing that as it makes us think about our energy consumption.
Yeah. And gas consumption also reflects the way that our energy use is not sustainable right now, that we're needing to find something new.
Good point. Yeah, and how it's fluctuating all the time, and it's so unpredictable. And I think that's making people really nervous and wanting something that's stable.
Are the things that Campus Climate Challenge and Whitman Campus in general does for environmental principles, are they sort of a luxury of having the type of resources that Whitman has, or are these practices that could be implemented to other businesses and other industries in general?
I think that one of the things we're reminded of all the time when we're working with administration is that things need to be cost effective. And so in that way, Whitman operates just like a business does. I think that's one of the key pieces to dealing with climate change, like I said before, is pursuing things that are cost effective or make sense financially and make sense for people all around. So like finding an energy source for Whitman that doesn't cost us an arm and a leg. So just will also work for businesses that are concerned about rising energy prices and having a green reputation. I feel really strongly that those of us seeking to address climate change do it in a way that makes sense financially too, and that's easier said than done, I understand. But if we can look for solutions that aren't just financially absurd, then we are going to be able to make progress on a much larger level that extends beyond green ideals.
And the type of work that the Campus Climate Challenge does, do you see that whether this is the change we want to see or whether it's symbolic of what we want to see in the future?
Well, it's both, right? So Whitman students, like those of us working on Campus Climate Challenge, like even if every town all over the world had a Campus Climate Challenge chapter that was extremely active, that would not solve the climate crisis. I think that the kinds of things we're pursuing, like powering a whole college off of clean energy, yeah, that's the kind of thing that needs to be implemented all over, absolutely. But I think that our position also serves a symbolic role. It's a matter of those outsiders who see us working on this understanding that we're doing what we can, you should do what you can.
So right now I feel like the global warming issue, and it's becoming less and less, but it's still a very politicized thing. And it's still, to some extent, an issue of right and left. What kind of actions do you think needs to be taken, or advocacy, to turn it into more of an issue of right or wrong?
Well, like Al Gore, right, he talked about it being a moral issue. That's his big trump card. He talks about morality as the underlying force, and I think that's a really important political strategy.
But Al Gore, by definition, can't be depoliticized.
Of course, right. And so I think using morality as an element to dealing with climate change is huge. I also think using business to deal with climate change will help it become less politicized, because industry right, is often associated with the right. People think of pro-business, pro-free market, whatnot, and they think, well, that's, the conservatives, and those people don't want to do anything about climate change because that will hurt their bottom line. Well, I think that's changing, and I think that is what's going to help make global warming and talk about global warming solutions less of a liberal issue and a discussion, and more of a wide-ranging topic that people are concerned of from all political angles.
All right. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Sarah.
That was the president of the Campus Climate Challenge at Whitman, Katie King. You're listening to the Whitman Environment.
Son, it's really great to be out here fishing together.
You bet. Thanks, Dad. Hey, Dad, I've got a question.
What is it, Tommy?
Why am I here?
Well, son, we're out here to fish.
Oh, Dad, I'm wondering why I'm here on Earth. What is life all about?
Tommy, that's the most important question you'll ever ask. Well, remember,
KWCW
loves us so much,
Really?
we have to invite
KWCW
to come and live inside us.
I want
KWCW
to be family to me.
Ask him, son.
KWCW 90.5 FM. Whoa, whoa.
KWCW is